And I'll leave you with this with the president. I want you to think about really quickly, I want you to think about throughout history what presidents we revere of both parties. Name some. Reagan, Lincoln, JFK, TDR, FDR. All these presidents, everyone I just named that we revere throughout history, every single one of them in their time were highly controversial. Hell, a lot of them got shot. But every single one of them led this country through a transformative time to a more positive path in our nation's history, and so will Donald J. Trump. So I submit to you 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years. In a couple of weeks, a few weeks, we got some choosing to do. We got to choose freedom over socialism. We've got to choose law and order over lawlessness. We got to choose making sure our families, our property, their businesses are protected. We're not choosing vandalism and violence in the streets, and we will choose Donald J. Trump for 4 more years. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless these United States.
$7:33, y'all. Donald Trump is in Newport News, Virginia. Personally, I think the Democrats have lost their minds. But you know, the Democrats and Republicans, they're working together. They sure work together on Breonna's case, making sure she doesn't get any justice. Personally, I don't even think the president, this president, or the occupant of the White House, as some people call him, really cares about Breonna Taylor getting justice. He may say that he does, but hey, he's playing both sides of the field right now. He could say it, but then do something completely different. That's how a lot of people operate. Shoot. I even see people in my job operate like this, you know. It's like you can't trust people, you know. You really can't trust people. Got a lot of turncoats. I mean, y'all probably wonder why I'm playing this. While I'm recording this. Well, first of all, this Donald Trump is the first candidate to visit Virginia since Barack Obama back in 2008. I remember the moment when Barack Obama came to downtown Newport News. Yep. It was a lot of euphoria and excitement for him being president.
So,
as you may see here.
Sorry, I was talking to my coworkers. Again, we're totally live, unscripted
You got
all the
people
time.
excited
So
for Trump
we do
being
kind of do our
president.
own producing back here. It's not a
Or
flawless
being reelected,
execution,
actually.
but it's kind of the way that we've developed this to make it seem as if
12
the
years
majority of
later.
y'all are here with us, watching the rally for yourselves. It's something that our CEO realized back in 2015. He would hear President Trump talking about his rallies and these large crowds, but there was nowhere he could go, no consistent source that would show the crowds or really give you that full experience from start to finish. So that's what we aim to do here. It's what we strive to do at Right Side Broadcasting Network. You've probably seen the camera moving a good bit today. It's not always our faces. A lot of times you get the crowd, you get the pre-speakers. And when someone is on that stage talking, we do not talk. We want to give you the pre-speakers, especially when it comes to local and state politics. It's very important for us to get their
Absolutely.
message out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Helpful to you to stay informed as a citizen, then please consider donating on your donations
Yeah.
to keep us in business. Literally, to get to the next rally, the donations from today are what's going to get us there. So we do thank you to everyone who's already contributed.
I like to hear both
and that we have
sides
so much
anyway.
name recognition, and then this small business, although it's still very
Gotta try to
small,
give
we keep
both
a very
sides
tight
respect.
core group of talent and employees.
We're gonna hear some interesting stuff tonight.
Not technically
So
employees. It's a small group of people that puts on a huge production, so it's a lot of work. Each of us wearing the hats of 10 people. Cameraman's laughing at me, but it's fine. So your donations take that happen. If you'd like to donate, please consider doing so. There's a number of ways you can contribute to us.
yep, so he's at the Newport News Airport, I
The first way is
believe.
one of the easiest ways, and that's by donating via YouTube. YouTube is a lot of fun because it has super chat, which is available when a video is live, which is exactly what we are right now. We are completely live, as you can tell. So if you see the live chat up on your screen and you're on Right Side Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel, then you can click the $sign and donate absolutely any amount. In just a moment, I'm going to find my Wi-Fi password and get in there, and I'm going to try and throw some shout-outs to some of y'all. The second way you can donate is by going to our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Again, that's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. It will take you through PayPal. You can use a debit or a credit card. Either of those ways, it is a tried, true, and trusted source, so you don't have to worry about anything bad happening. However, if you're still scared about putting your financial information out there on the interwebs, I don't blame you. There's a non-electronic form of payment that you can send, and that is the good old-fashioned check. So you can send a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. Moderators, Mod Mom, thank you all for being here today and keeping that chat room fun, clean, and family-friendly for all of us. If you don't mind, additionally to all your hard work, just dropping some of those links down below, as well as the iTarget Pro link. They are an incredible company, and I encourage you all to run and make sure you use that code today. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about donations and iTarget Pro throughout the night, but I wanted to get some of that cleared up as we move on. I can't believe the time is already flying by. We did get some information really specific to Virginia that I wanted to share with y'all. On what President Trump has done for the great state of Virginia and how his policies has impacted the people here. As President Trump peacefully protests with supporters in Newport News, the evidence shows his whole of government response to the coronavirus and how it's helped Virginia families and workers. President Trump fought to give the people of Virginia the resources and help they need to combat this virus. The President's Paycheck Protection Program, also known as PPP, provided over $12.5 billion worth of loans to more than 114,000 Virginia businesses and saved 1 million jobs. Nearly 4 million Virginians received economic impact payments totaling over $6.7 billion in relief. The CARES Act is providing Virginia with up to $3.3 billion in assistance to deal with the outbreak and more than $814 million so far in relief to 6,271 healthcare providers in the state. Virginia businesses are poised for a historic comeback thanks to President Trump's timeout. Y'all are distracting me. Hold on. Virginia added more than 161,300 new jobs in the first 3 years of the Trump administration, including more than 7,800 new manufacturing jobs. In February, Virginia's unemployment rate was just 2.6%. During the Obama-Biden administration, the average unemployment rate in Virginia was 5.7%. President Trump's historic Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is projected to create 32,000 new Virginia jobs over the next decade. The law also designated 212 Virginia communities as opportunity zones.
What she doesn't
which will
say is
drive new
that
private investment into
Virginia
distressed and
is lowest in
predominantly
treating their
minority
workers.
communities. President Trump kept his promise to
Because it's
negotiate
a right
America
to
First
work
trade
state.
deals, providing a
You
massive
know,
boost to Virginia's economy.
workers get
The
no
President's
type of
United
rights in the state of
States-Mexico-Canada
Virginia.
agreement, also known as USMCA trade deal, will boost
But
Virginia's
you know, I
economy
expect
and create new
Caucasians
jobs
not
in the
to
state, which
mention about
exports
that.
$4.3 billion worth of
Virginia
goods
is
to
the worst
Canada
state
and
to do
Mexico
business
each year.
too.
Trade with Canada and Mexico support nearly 33,000
I wish
jobs within the
they
state.
killed the
USMCA will boost
employees
Virginia's agricultural exports,
more than
helping the state's
anybody
farmers and agriculture workers. President Trump is
and a
defunding
lot of their
Virginia farmers
customers.
and
I
agricultural
live in the
producers
state
from
of Virginia.
China
I
by
can tell you
providing
that.
more than $72 million in direct USDA payments to offset the damage of Chinese tariffs. But Joe Biden's disastrous agenda will decimate Virginia's recovering economy and undo President Trump's policies that help Virginians the most. The terrible trade deals that Joe Biden supported throughout his 44 years in office has killed Virginia jobs. Virginia lost 13,100 jobs due to higher trade deficits with Mexico under NAFTA. Virginia lost 134,700 manufacturing jobs between when NAFTA took effect in '94 and when President Trump was elected. Biden voted to normalize trade regulations with China, which killed 66,200 Virginia jobs due to higher trade deficits. Biden's radical energy policies would devastate Virginia workers and businesses. The oil, natural gas, and coal industries support more than 148,000 Virginia jobs and contribute more than $14 billion to the state's economy each year. Biden's government-run healthcare proposal endangers the private health insurance that 4.9 million Virginians rely on. Biden's government-run public option plan would ultimately kill private health insurance plans. Under Biden's government-run public option plan, 10 of Virginia's rural hospitals would be at high risk of closing, and this would put patients' access to care as very limited. Meanwhile, President Trump is fighting to give Virginians the best health care in the world at a lower price. The average Obamacare premium in Virginia decreased 2.6% over the last 2 years.
Okay.
Incredible work and accomplishments under President Trump's administration regarding the great state of Virginia. Again, all of those statistics were specific to Virginia. Thank you for bearing with me. Again, no teleprompter here. My girls are over here. I'm going to pull them back up in a minute while I look for... He's going to help me out get the Wi-Fi. While I'm pulling that up, I'm going to toss the microphone over to Zoe and Grace. Again, I'm Liz Willis. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Liz Willis, LIZWILLIS. Don't forget to follow Right Side Broadcasting as well at RSB Network on Instagram and Twitter. It's the same handle. And make sure you give this YouTube video a big like, and don't forget to subscribe.
They got a sister up there. Let me find out.
Thank you, Liz. So, so Grace and I were just on the side here talking and kind of admiring all that President Trump has been doing since he's been elected president. So, one of the things that we were focusing on is, like what we were talking about earlier, the abortion issue. But just to kind of elaborate on that in our own personal lives, like, you know, I mentioned how, like, when I was younger, we used to go out and, you know, stand in front of the abortion clinics, and we would have the conversations with the girls that would go in and, you know, try to be there as a support, you know, give them an alternative way. But like I said, like, we were talking about these things, and even in our own lives, like, we're passionate about speaking out when we can, using our platforms. I mentioned earlier about being a social media influencer, but it's a great opportunity to reach a lot of people, you know, all over the world, really. But Grace here, she just started what is called Republican Girl, and it's kind of like a, well, you'll elaborate more, but it's kind of like an outlet for young conservatives to kind of, you know, be informed about policy and such like that. So Grace, if you care to elaborate to our viewers.
Yeah. So I started my own business, if you will. It's called The Republican Girl, and what I do on that is I make resources for young women, or really any conservative girl who wants to talk more about their views and maybe isn't so confident in doing so yet, or they just need the facts to back it up. Because one thing that obviously makes everybody's argument stronger is when you have the statistics and the knowledge to back it up. Besides has your own personal story and your emotions, and all those things are great too. But you need to sound educated when you're talking to other people about politics. It's so important. So that's why I started the Republican Girl, and you guys can find it on. You can find it on Instagram and Facebook right now, and I also have a website, and it's a blog, but it's all the Republican Girl, republicangirl.com, and yeah, so that's my new platform, and I'm very excited to be sharing more about the pro-life issue and